Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early and it is Fantastic Friday and we're so happy that you can join us. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Davriel Gardner, and a happy Friday to you.
Happy, breezy, windy, cool Friday.
Yes.
Y'all almost didn't get me this morning because my alarm decided to turn itself off because the bed felt so good. But we're so happy you're up with us on this wonderful, fantastic Friday.
Absolutely. Yeah. Last night, one of my cousins, she was like, oh, there's a salsa dancing thing happening in the community. I was like, it's cold. like this, we have to switch into cold weather protocol where we all just stay inside our homes.
Exactly. We can all meet virtually. We've done this before. We know how it is. Good morning again, everyone. Thanks for being here. Before I go on, I do want to send condolences to the Claire Turnquest family. We lost our matriarch, Eloise Claire, Ma, as she's affectionately known. She's the grandmother of my wife, her siblings and cousins, the mother of Campbell, Hedda, and Denise. Ma, thank you so much for everything. Not very many people get to live to see 97, and I am just grateful that my children had a chance to meet their great-grandmother, make some memories, learn some lessons, and thank you for teaching me how to make stew fish.
Aww,
I gotta bring that to
that was a beautiful tribute.
We got a great show for you today. We will be talking to the Stapledon Gardens Neighborhood Watch Association, and they'll be talking about their third annual Gus Cooper Rush Out and the opening of their Christmas display. And we'll also take another look at our segment with Miss Bahamas Universe Melissa Ingraham as she gets ready to head off to El Salvador to win the crown.
Yes, we'll also talk to Purpose Path Bahamas about their upcoming seminar for high school and college students. And Zonta is here to discuss their 16 days of activism against gender-based violence initiative, which is happening later this month. TCL invites you to attend our Long Island Business Outlook coming up Thursday, November 16th, discussing a bold vision for Long Island. Registration is $80. Students and virtual guests can attend for $50. Register now at tclevents.com. Now, let's check on weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by NUA, the hands-on agency.
Thank you, Davriel. Good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at the weather at sunrise, we have an old frontal boundary stationed across the central Bahamas. It's going to start to drift towards the northwest over the next couple of hours, and you have a trough just to the south of it. Combined together there, have this area of showers and thunderstorms from New Providence go straight down into Long Island. That massive area is going to move towards the northwest. So in the northwest, you're not having much not clouds or rush showers. In the southeast, not having it at all. Just in the middle, the central and north parts of the northwest Bahamas. Your weather today, mostly cloudy skies, warm, very windy, with a few scattered showers, isolated thunderstorm, mainly along that frontal zone where you have those showers and thunderstorms. That front is moving back to the north. High temperature 85. Tonight, another cloudy night in store weather-wise, still on the mild side, still windy with those scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms, your low going down to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados, 86 and 77. In Jamaica, 91 and 79. In Trinidad, 88 and 76. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 87 and 75. Across North America, Atlanta, 66 and 35. In Boston, 57 and 41. In Miami, 83 and 75. Dallas, Texas, 70 and 55. And Toronto, Canada, 53 and 43. As we go to the weekend, we can have some cloudiness through tomorrow morning, particularly in the central and most of the northwest Bahamas. That system should start to dissipate starting tomorrow morning. So we expect some clearance, particularly over the New Providence, and go south on Saturday afternoon, with most of the clouds in the extreme northwest Bahamas. And then those temperatures daytime will be in the mid-80s like at daytime, at nighttime in the low to mid-70s. That puts her up on your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Davriel.
Thanks, Godfrey. The Stapledon Gardens Neighborhood Watch Group will be hosting its third annual Gus Cooper Junkanoo Rush Out and launching its Christmas initiative later this month. Here to talk about this are Jouette Smith, President, Stapledon Gardens Neighborhood Watch, Phillip Higgs, board member of Stapledon Gardens Neighborhood Watch, and Anfernee Rolle, Stapledon resident / sponsor of this Christmas initiative. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
All right, so what is this Junkanoo Rush all about?
This is the Winston Gus Cooper Junkanoo Rush out that we in the community have sought to honor him as one of our longest residents, and being the founder, leader of the Valley Boys. It is a no-brainer to have this rush out where we at one point on November 30th would close off our main street, McKenzie Avenue, and have the Valley Boys Junkanoo group, which they don't do during this time to go anywhere outside their practice, but they committed themselves by way of the fact that their former leader, founder, home still is in Stapledon. His wife still lives in Stapledon and supports this association very, very well. Okay, that they come out and do this rush out. By hence that we annually have a house on our park that we will transform into a Christmas theme. This year's theme is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So this year is our last initiative for the year, whereas we would bring the community together, our sort back to give back, that we would now lead into this festive season. You know, this is the time when depression is at its highest, okay? And this is statistical, okay? So this is, we're going to make you feel like family again. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy the rush out with this world famous Junkanoo group.
So, of course, you are going to be honoring Gus Cooper, which, I mean, that's pretty much a household name, and especially if you get to talking about Junkanoo. I'll ask you, Mr. Higgs, why was this so important to celebrate?
It is because what happened is that when you see people come out of a community, you must show appreciation, the love, and stuff, especially when they're successful and stuff. And Stapledon is a very tight-knit community, and we support each other and stuff. And because of that, this is one of the initiatives. Yeah, we celebrate every November, and everyone's been looking forward to it.
We got to speak a little bit off camera. My grandparents are, I want to say are from Stapledon. They have lived in Stapledon my entire childhood and adulthood. It's pretty much the only home I've known them to live in. And it's such a beautiful community. Yes. Neighbors are very neighborly. It's always felt like a very safe place to live. So I can definitely see why you find that we're celebrating. Talking about the Christmas house, or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, is this something that kids, families come into? Do they tour it? How do they interact with that?
Absolutely. This year, during that evening, one point of the evening, we are going to have the Bahamas Literacy Association come and read the story of the Grinch to the children over bonfire. So that is why this is such a family affair, okay? And once this house is open, definitely the community could come and take pictures of it, because we're going to transform this into absolutely beautiful, beautiful affair. And not only the community, but we want to open this up to the country, because community, country, and we are the leaders when it comes to neighborhood watch. We're not just now about trying to look for those who are coming through our windows, that we are trying to transform them from a community standpoint, so they don't have the opportunity or not have the mindset to want to come through one's window or take their gas tank from their neighbor, okay? And like you said, we spoke off camera, your grandparents. I grew up playing basketball in the front of their yard.
Wow.
Okay? I am their son. We grew up together. So this is a tight, knitted community, and this is what we do. We try to bring partnership with the community, and that's why we have one of our sponsors here today to speak about the partnership that we have. Not only them, but we have others that are here and invested into this community event for November 30th, the Vincent Gus Cooper. Hence, we are honoring 5 individuals, okay? Miss Ruth Wong, Jacqueline Hart, the late Ray Saunders was a part of this community. Everybody's familiar with Saunders Gas Station, okay? We are honoring the late Cornetta Clark, okay? We are honoring one of our founders of the Neighborhood Watch, Crime Watch, Mr. Derek Boleg. This is what we do. We find these people in the community, we lift them up and we honor them.
Absolutely. This sounds like a really worthy cause, a very exciting initiative. Mr. Rolle, why was it so important to you to sponsor this initiative?
I would call this more so a crazy reason. Seeing that my office is located in Stapledon, I felt like it was only right to be a part of what was going on and to be able to assist. So it was pretty an easy decision seeing that my office is located in Stapledon.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, having a business in a community is an excellent reason to invest in the Neighborhood Watch and the Crime Watch just to make sure that your business flourishes. Talk about your business and how you interact with the residents of the community.
For me, I would say that some people in regards to business, some people do it for money and how much money they can make. For me, I honestly love what I do. I'm very passionate about what I do. I find myself some nights even having to sleep into my office because I'm trying to get work done. And to be honest, it's not because of the money. Obviously, that's love. So interacting with Mr. Smith was kind of like me knowing him for years. Kind of just clicked conversation-wise. Be able to be honest with each other, straightforward. He's a very well-spoken person, and we knew exactly what we wanted to get into and how we were going to help the community together. So it was pretty easy, very easy.
So, and I'll put this to the group of you. Of course, these events, they sound very exciting, and naturally it's for the Stapledon Gardens community. But here we are talking to the entire Bahamas. Who is invited to this initiative and who should come out?
The whole country is invited. The community, we definitely will be there. So we want to let the country know what we are doing. So this can be a model for other communities, okay? And other businesses can come and go into their communities and help them to bring something like this into their communities. And I assure you that this here is a pattern, a workable, a pattern that works, that communities can look at and take example of, where a reduction in these crimes will happen when they come together like this, because we all know the country loves Junkanoo. So that is what we want to show and here to support, to promote this morning, the love for Junkanoo in this community, and to say that everyone is invited to come down November 30th on the McKinney Avenue Park, Stapledon Gardens.
And what time should they come out?
The event actually starts at 6:30, where we'll be doing the honors. We hope to have Her Excellency Cynthia Mother Pratt come and give out these honors to the community members. And then after which we will go into the opening of our house, and after which then the big party starts, where we close off our street and the Junkanoo begins.
Well, I think that this event and this whole initiative encompasses so many things that make the Bahamians and the Bahamas great. We're talking about Neighborhood Watch, looking out for each other, being our brother's keeper, celebrating culture, and celebrating the holidays, because the Christmas, as I call it, is a huge deal in the Bahamas. So I'm just so thankful and so excited for you, and I want to say congratulations, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Absolutely. Love being here this morning with you.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us here on Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Attention customers, next Tuesday, a major hurricane will cause complete confusion and chaos throughout the entire Bahamas. Water, phone, and internet services will be in short supply. Definite data loss is expected to all local and Family Island businesses.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Be ready with push-to-talk service that keeps you connected with your workforce with a simple push of a button. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Island.
Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com, for more information today. Leno, your bridge to the future.
Hello, my Long Island family and friends. I am so thrilled to extend to you an invitation to participate in the Long Island Business Outlook happening Thursday, November 16th. Register today at tclevents.com.
Here are 3 young people who stopped attending high school and got disengaged in their educational journey due to the pandemic. Today, they are proudly taking their walk all over the place because they took advantage of BTVI's Smart Start initiative. All high school students in New Providence and the Family Islands can participate in free hands-on learning to improve employability, learn basic literacy and numeracy skills, and earn a BTVI certificate in automotive mechanics, beauty and construction trades, or fashion in only 14 weeks for full-time participants or 24 weeks for part-time. Don't count yourself out. Do what they did and enroll today. Email smartstart@btvi.edu.bs or call 502-6300 so you can take your walk anywhere in life.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money, a local international bank that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
Welcome back. Purpose Path Bahamas is excited to host its 5th annual high school and college college student seminar with an exciting roster of guest speakers. Here to tell us more are Sherry Johnson-Deal, she's the president of Purpose Path Bahamas, and Sherell Brown, she's the vice president of Purpose Path Bahamas. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, Bahamas.
Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied this morning. I had to get that together. Purpose Path Bahamas. So Sherry, tell us, what is Purpose Path Bahamas?
Okay, Purpose Path Bahamas is a non-for-profit organization. We're geared towards high school and university students. We exist solely to provide academic resources for students who want to map out their professional and academic trajectories. And that is why we exist. We package our vision, mission, etc. in the form of a conference that is held twice a year. And we're excited to say that we're having an upcoming conference that Sherell will speak about on the 10th of November. That's Friday at Fusion Superplex.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, tell us about us. Tell us a little bit about the seminar and what are the goals?
So as it relates to the seminar, we are so excited to be back in the physical because after COVID for 3 years, we had to resort to a virtual event where students would register and sign up online to participate. And now we will be at the physical Superplex, and we are excited for our lineup. And so we have several speakers who are going to be speaking on various topics as it relates to trajectories that students can take once leaving high school or leaving college. We promise a lively and provocative event, entertaining, educational, and of course, prizes and surprises. We've partnered with members through the community at large, and we're excited for what's coming.
So tell us a little bit about some of the speakers that you're going to have at the seminar.
Okay, so we have a dynamic lineup, a cadre of professionals. We have Buddy Heel, who will be speaking on career in professional basketball. We have Ms. Kellyanne Frendo. She will be speaking on robotics and artificial intelligence. This is the new wave that is taking the universe. We also have Mr. Timothy Russell. He's going to speak on career in aviation. We have Shine Bahamas, our music and entertainment industry people, Wendy Lewis. We have Braun, who will be speaking on sustainable farming and technology. That's right. We have to be self-sufficient in growing our food. And we also have Miss Anthea Smith. She will be speaking on content creation. So you would not see the typical career fair speaking on the doctor, the lawyer, how to be a police officer, but more so cutting edge careers that students can get more information about and basically receive mentorship and a clear path as in terms of entering that specific career field.
I'm ready to go back to high school because
Yes.
the options that are there, we wouldn't have had that when we did our high school career day. As you said, I mean, doctor, lawyer, and then they would have dig up Andy and Chief, right? So now this is the careers you have there. Talk about sports, the AI and robotics, sustainable design and development, content creation. This is what's happening. I'm so happy that the students are being exposed to this. What types or age range of students are you hoping to attend the seminar?
Well, we're glad you asked. So this event is open for students between the 10th grade and to college. The idea is for us to not have any regrets. How many of us can say, if I knew then what I knew now? We are bringing the persons who are living the future that you say that you want, so you can get a better understanding of what you are looking forward to and how best maybe get into that environment, into that profession. And so these are some of the things that they're going to be looking forward to on that day.
That's awesome. And you know, as going through high school, you don't have it all figured out by grade 12.
No, you certainly don't.
You even get into college sometimes, and you're in year 1, 2, or you finish a whole degree, and you're still not 100% sure what it is that you want to do. So exposing, you know, students to this variety of professionals to provide as like a mentor, as a guidepost, I think goes a long way. So this is year 5. So what successes are you celebrating after 5 years of doing this seminar and being purpose-driven?
Great. So we would have started in 2019, that's right, and in 2020 we had a seminar, and that was right before COVID. So we had a wealth creation seminar held that June. So we are proud to announce that a lot of the students took advantage of the information presented in terms of e-commerce and starting their own business and becoming a serial entrepreneur, and many of them are doing so well. Our first year, we also provided 20 scholarship matching opportunities that were facilitated by Bridget Francis International. So we are giving back. We are investing in the nation's greatest resource, which is our young people. So apart from the dynamic speakers, we have scholarship agencies that will be present. We also give away prizes. So we are known as the non-for-profit organization that gives away Tings. Tings, everybody. Tings. Yeah, so we want to encourage parents to have your children come out. They can register through a formalized channel, which is their guidance counselors at school. This event is supported by the Department of Education. That's right. So we are looking forward just for the children to have a very enjoyable time and take some really salient takeaways from this event.
As you said, you are a non-profit organization, not a non-Tings organization. You're not an NTO.
But yes.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I would add that is why it's so important for sponsorship.
Yes, exactly.
That is what helps us facilitate things. And so we are still in the market for partners who would like to partner with this vision. It has definitely been a labor of love. And so from day one to hosting our first event at UB to becoming a certified certified nonprofit with receiving all of our certificate and regalias that allows us to go into the community, that helps our sponsors to facilitate sponsoring us. Because give and it shall be given back. Come on, good measure, press down. But we ain't going to some church.
Speak.
But the bottom line is, if you are looking for a channel where you know lives will be blessed, change, your investment will be a seed that can help these young children become trees, then Purpose Path Bahamas is it.
Oh, well, I am sold on that, and I'm ready. I know my sons are only 9 and 7.
Right.
I'm ready to sign them up now. Tell us a little about place, cost, time, and how people can find more information.
So it is at Fusion Superplex, as stated. That's a cinema out west near the airport road. They can come in at 9. It's from 9 to 4. It's absolutely free for students. However, yes,
Say it again.
It's free.
It's free.
F-R-E-E.
However, we want to say to register, you go to purposepathbahamas.org, and you have to go through your school and or university, because they would be instrumental in coordinating your drop-off and pickup there. And she did mention sponsors, so I want to take this time. I don't want to be remiss. Not
Go for it.
That's the Life at Key Club. We want to say a big thank you to Miss Bernadette Bunch. Fusion Superplex, obviously, who is our title sponsor. Thank you so much to Mr. Tokoyo Bridgewater and team. They did a splendid job in hosting the event at no cost, as well as Price Waters House. We're going to visit them today, and all of the funding will be geared towards assisting some of the young students in getting some meals. We can't cover everyone. However, we will endeavor to facilitate food for some of the students. And we're still, as she would have stated, we're in the space for receiving sponsorship because some of the schools would have indicated due to limited costs or limited financial constraints, they would be unable to send students. So you can contact us at 242-828-0378. As again stated, students can register at purposepathbahamas.org. Simply click on event registration and come out.
We are ready for next week, ready for the children to come flooding in. And so we thank you again for being here on the show this morning. Purpose Path Bahamas, investing in our future. Congratulations on all of your successes thus far and the successes to come. And good luck next week, Friday.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us this morning. You're watching Moms at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Satisfying to own your own piece of paradise? The most important investment you can make in your life is real estate, and Fidelity has the solution for you. You could become the owner of a home or a lot on any of our beautiful islands. Come and talk to a loan officer and inquire about how you can fund your goals with a loan today. Because we know it means a lot to own a lot. Visit us online at fidelitygroup.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit any of our branches, or phone 356-7764 in Nassau, or 352-6676 for Freeport.
And welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on another fantastic Friday, and we're so happy that you stuck with us. We're here at the mid-show. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, hoping that you are still having a happy Friday.
A happiest Friday. Now, Dav, you got on some good threads.
Yes.
There. I know you matching me, right?
So do you.
So where'd you get your stuff from?
You know, I got all, well, you know, I like the nice things. So I went down to African Things, and they had this lovely ensemble, and they were like, you know what would look great on your co-host? This lovely ensemble.
Here you go for all of your African clothing needs, straight from the continent, custom-made, handmade, bags, shoes, dashikis, dresses, pants, earrings, jewelry, wallets, everything you can find. It's in the Dugard Plaza on Madeira Street. Go get yourself hooked up, man. We got some nice events coming up into Christmas. You want to stand out, look unique, one-of-a-kind pieces? Go check out African Things.
Absolutely. And the wonderful thing about so many pieces, particularly for ladies at African Things, is that they are one size fits many. I won't say one size fits all, but they have these great elastics in all the right places. So, you know, I can wear this, my mom can wear this, my cousin can wear this. Like, this is really an outfit that many people can wear. And so don't worry if you don't think they might have your size. I promise, they have your size.
They got you covered. All right. And if you want something special, they can make it for you and have it sent over straight from the motherland. So check out African Things, Dugard Plaza in Madeira Street, on Madeira Street. And we got more coming up in our second half. We got the Zonta Club back, and they're here to discuss the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. This initiative is happening this month.
All right, and we'll take another look at our segment with Miss Bahamas, Melissa Ingraham, who is headed to the Miss Universe pageant in El Salvador. But before all that, we're going to take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by NUA, the hands-on agency.
Thank you, Gabrielle, and good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather at sunrise, a trip around the tropics. Morning one system at this time, a broad area of low pressure in the Western Caribbean Sea has a 20% chance of development over the next 7 days before it goes inland. Elsewhere, tropical cyclone formation expected during the next 7 days. On the local scene, combination of frontal trough and some troughing in the central Bahamas, triggering off showers and thunderstorms in that particular area. That's drifting towards the northwest at this time. So most of the activities in the central Bahamas moving towards the northwest. So in New Providence, you expect to get some cloudy skies throughout today into the nighttime hours with some showers and thunderstorms possibly. In the marine forecast, we do have an advisory posted, and we're asking small craft operators to remain in port and use swimmers out of the sea for the next at least 36 hours. Your winds today northeasterly at 20 to 25 knots, seas 8 to 12 feet over northwest Bahamas, easterly at 15 to 25 knots, seas 6 to 9 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Those winds will be gusting the near gale force at times. And then on Saturday, those winds are northeast to east at 15 to 20 knots, seas 6 to 9 feet in northwest and central Bahamas, easterly at 15 knots, seas 4 to 7 feet over the southeastern islands. On Sunday, those winds come down, north to northeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet in northwest Bahamas, northeasterly at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Your tide, right, you have a low tide at hours 6:13 this morning. Next high tide will be at 42 minutes past midday. Low again this evening at 7:19. Sunset 6:27 this evening. Rising more at 7:18. UV index 8. Your water temperature 82 degrees Fahrenheit. And the moon fade. Now moving towards the last quarter. Your extended look. That frontal boundary will move across New Providence back again sometime during the afternoon, nighttime hours, increasing our clouds and showers and thunderstorms, moving into the northwest Bahamas. That should start to fizzle out sometime during the nighttime, early morning hours. So we do expect some cloudiness during the morning hours, but some clearing by late afternoon, particularly over the central and southeastern islands. The temperature daytime will be in the mid-80s, at nighttime in the mid-70s. And don't forget, turn those clock back 1 hour because daylight saving time is gone. Tomorrow, Sunday morning at 2 a.m., back to Eastern Standard Time. That puts a wrapping final look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Thanks, Godfrey. Every year across the globe, Zonta spearheads 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, which kicks off on November 25th, the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, and runs through December 10th, Human Rights Day. Here to talk about this with us are or talk about rather, what the local clubs are doing this year are Sonia Brown, the president of the Zonta Club of Nassau, Janet McKenzie, Zonta Club of New Providence, and Anne-Marie Bain from the Zonta Club of Nassau. Good morning, ladies, and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Good morning.
I have a special welcome back to Miss McKenzie, who reminded me that she was here on my very first show on Bahamas at Sunrise, where we got to talk about Zonta almost a year ago. So I'm approaching my Bahamas at Sunrise anniversary because it's a very special, very, very special conversation for me. And this is an important conversation because we are all women, and violence, or the topic of violence against women and girls, I'm sure is something that's very dear to each of us. And it also seems like a really mammoth task to take on. What steps are we taking to eliminate violence against women and girls?
Okay. So definitely when we think about violence against women and girls, we think about the human being, the entire person. We know that there's a body, there is the mind, and then there's the spirit or the soul. So our approaches to tackling violence against women is always three-pronged. That's our approach. So we will talk later about the different activities, or if you want me to, I can go right into them. As you alluded to, we have two groups here in Nassau, the Zonta Club of Nassau and the Zonta Club of New Providence. I represent New Providence Club as the chairperson of advocacy. So this year, we start a little early. So on the 18th, we'll be having a gender-based violence clinic. And the clinic will have practitioners in the medical field, legal field. We'll have persons from Gender-Based Violence Task Force, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, and we'll have wellness professionals. That is to approach this whole person. And then on the 25th, we will be putting up posters and those beautiful orange bows that you see around in the South Beach area. So this year, like every year, there is a focus on a particular area, and this year it's South Beach area. And then we go to our webinar. We have a webinar, and this year we want to focus more on the young people, because we feel as though if we get them younger, then our work is less hard. So we're having a webinar on the 19th to address that. And then on the 10th, like you said, it ends with Human Rights Day, where we go to church. And of course, you know, we always have to go to church.
Naturally.
That's the Bahamian thing. And
naturally.
Yes. So we go to church, and that ends it. But somewhere in there, on the 2nd, I'd like to put in this plug for my club. We have our wine dinner at Margaritaville. And why is that important? That is important because at the wine dinner, monies that are raised from that goes towards an endowment fund at UB and BTVI, so that we can educate the young ladies and make their lives so much better.
To you, Madam President, is this a collaborative, or these particular events a collaborative work between the Zonta Clubs of New Providence and the Zonta Club of Nassau, which for our general public are separate, or are these events taking place each event?
Yeah, right. So I'm very proud to say that every year we collaborate as the Zonta Clubs of the Bahamas. This issue of gender-based violence is so important that we need all hands on deck, put all the differences aside. And gender-based violence is not only a women's issue, because it doesn't only affect women. It affects our entire economy, our country, families. Think about it. How do you go to work and perform if you have been brutalized, especially in your home? How do you perform? How do you show up with a black eye? What impact does it have on your children? How do they show up at school? And what about the abuser? What are the ways that they present themselves out in public? So we need to work together. This is a vexing issue, and we must not give up. I think we've raised awareness. It's time for action.
Absolutely. So Ms. McKenzie has spoken to some of the events that are happening this particular month. But can you speak to some of the things that Zonta does on an ongoing basis to help combat gender-based violence?
Yeah, so we approach it, like Janet says, in various ways. You may be aware that Zonta Club of Nassau established the PACE Foundation, and we work very closely with that program that's been around since 1969. And a lot of persons see teenage mothers and they think they know how that person got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of those pregnancies were not a case of someone choosing to have sex. And so that is one of our major hallmark programs where we work with the student. And again, it's the whole family. Every week at PACE, those students receive grocery to take to the entire family. We recently had an event where we had excess clothing. We made sure to give those to the girls and their entire family. I want to give Anne-Marie an opportunity to jump in and tell a little bit.
That is exactly where I was going, because I see here that you are responsible for some care packages, particularly around Christmas time.
Yes, we do that through the PACE Club as well. And that's one of the ways that we try to bring awareness to the scourge of gender-based violence. But in addition to that, although we've been doing this awareness campaign for quite a while, we still find that people don't have a knowledge of the fact that abuse is not acceptable and that it affects the whole family, particularly the children. And so the awareness part is very critical, even though we're moving now into more action. Mm-hmm. But the campaign really centers around awareness, and particularly trying to bring that awareness to children to try and change their thinking as they grow older. And so one of our initiatives during the 16 days is a art competition, a poster art competition for all levels of schools, beginning with the primary, the junior, the secondary, and the senior. And so we hope to extend that art competition throughout the Bahamas. And we're proud to have the U.S. Embassy as a sponsor to provide gifts for this art competition. It's going to be digital, where children can post their artwork to our Facebook page, and the pieces that get the most votes will be the winners. But this is so important to involve the children, mm-hmm. to see what they are thinking and how gender-based violence is affecting them. And so that's one of the highlights. Again, we're also having a webinar, which we also extend to the entire Bahamas. Persons on the Family Islands now are beginning to focus on gender-based violence, and we hope this is a training ground for them. So the awareness will be high throughout the 16 days that we plan to put on.
I love that. I'm seeing just such a balance between education and activism. We are almost out of time, but I do want to know, how can the public get involved? How can they support the work that Zonta is doing?
Well, we know one thing is for certain. Everything has a financial cost.
Yes.
everything that we do. So definitely donate. Mm-hmm. Like I said, the wine dinner is one way that you can donate.
And when
definitely,
is
that is on the 2nd of December at Margaritaville. And you can go to Zonta Club of New Providence website, and you'll be able to see that on any of our social handles, social media handles. And another thing that I forgot to mention was that we have our Healthy Relationship series. So we go into the schools, primary, secondary, high schools, and we have conversations with our students to let them know from a very young age that certain behaviors are not acceptable. We also have Eleuthera as a part of our project this year, and they've been with us for a few years. So Eleuthera is doing something grand. That's Miss Nurse Edwards. She's doing something with about 400 young persons where they're going to have an awareness program. They're going to deal with health issues, mental health, physical health. It's all that kind of stuff. So support us that kind of way. Support us by coming to the event. Support us by giving financially, and definitely being aware of what gender-based violence is and being an individual advocate.
I love that. Well, again, I always love conversations with Zonta because it's not just talking about the issues, it's talking about the solutions. And I want to say thank you, ladies, for being part of the solution and for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Okay. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
The Euro device is very affordable. It allows you to increase your internet connectivity. You are able to do away with the buffering, say goodbye to the dead spots. It gives them a much more stable connection. Their customers are able to view their digital menus. The establishment is able to stream. It allows for everyone, the customers and the business operators, to have a much more robust and stable internet connectivity.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Welcome back. The 72nd Miss Universe pageant will take place in San Salvador, El Salvador, on November 18th. With me now to tell us more are Melissa Ingraham, our Miss Bahamas Universe, and Anfernee Smith. He is the National Director of Miss Bahamas Universe. Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning.
It is a pleasure having you all here. All the excitement has been brewing. We've been following all the social media posts from your win and the prep, getting ready to go to El Salvador. So tell us a little bit about your preparation for the pageant.
So preparation has actually been very exciting. There's a lot that's been going on. I've definitely jumped into the fitness and dietary kind of, I guess, level of preparations. Gym has been fun. You know, actually very surprising to me. However, I've also done like speech training as well as modeling and of course getting up on the wardrobe and accessories and styling my hair, and I've also done braces. They came on and off very fast, so it's been an exciting journey.
A full transformation, and I've been seeing some of the clips from boxing to some look like some mixed martial arts. You're keeping it fresh, but it's good. Tony, how has the preparation been going from your end?
It's been pretty solid. Melissa is a hard worker. I always tell her that because her whole climate change platform, you know, she ran with it when she was a contestant. And so sometimes that's not always the follow through, you know, once the ladies are crowned, simply because there are so much other things going on or to do. She has placed so much emphasis. Melissa's a part of practically every organization on the island. So when persons ask, well, can I join this? I say, you have to go to Melissa because she's a part of Bahamas National Trust, this environmental group, you know what I mean? So the networking and how she manages her affairs with the platform is impressive. She's definitely a very competitive person, very project management oriented. And of course, she likes to get into the dirt, you know. I mean, my first experience of talking about any seedling and going to plan anything was with Melissa.
Yeah,
and early in the morning, she is scientific to the point. Schedule, you have to be there. Dig in the ground, have to get the work done.
Exactly. Anybody who knows Melissa knew that once you saw a platform that's true to who she is. She's had proven work in the space and continues to push some of the issues. So tell us a little bit about your platform. Remind us about your what you're going there to tell the world.
Yeah, so my platform now is mitigating climate change effects. And basically, I'm just trying to highlight the urgency behind the need for taking climate action, how we can reduce and remove the carbon emissions that's being offsetted or that's currently in the atmosphere. We are currently seeing all of these impacts, the loss of our coral reefs, intensifying and increasing hurricanes going on throughout the Caribbean region and cyclones on the other side of the hemisphere, as well as, these wildfires and floods and everything that's happening globally. And what we need to do is build resilience, not just as a nation here in the Bahamas or a region, but globally. And that's the message that I am hoping to communicate and highlight.
I ready to vote. I ready to put my vote in. And speaking of voting, Tony, there seems to be a special way to vote this year. I don't know, maybe I haven't been paying attention, but there's an app where you can download a Miss Universe app and you can vote for Melissa and you can keep in touch with what's been going on. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. That goes on every Miss Universe competition. Sometimes they change it up a bit, and now because it's under new ownership since October of last year, they have even changed it into packages. In fact, Melissa and I were just talking about it. She said, but you know about the vote? I said, yeah, but I'm sure something new was going on. So it's always been the first vote is free. Go to the download the Miss Universe app. The first vote is free. Then there's a #1 package where you can get 3 votes at 99 cents, and it goes on and goes on and goes on. Of course, in a small island nation like the Bahamas, we're competing against bigger countries, but every support, every assistance, every help is needed, and we encourage the Bahamian public to get involved.
Every vote counts.
Every vote counts.
Tell them save your money from numbers this week and make sure you get at least 100 votes so we can make sure we
So we're going to put your bet on.
Yeah, we're betting on you, all right? We're betting on you. How do you plan to set yourself apart from the rest of the competition?
Well, I just really plan to stay true to myself. I want to go over there and have a good time, of course, and really interact with the girls and enjoy the experience that really comes with the Miss Universe pageant. But also, like I said, I really want to highlight my platform, and I just want to do a good job at that. Of course, I come from the scientific community, and so in one way, making it understandable for the average reader or user to know what I'm saying, but also to really have the backing of my scientific team to say yeah, she's actually talking some good stuff. And just generally to make my country proud, to show off Bahamian excellence.
Well, as you know, coming from the scientific community, there's a fine line between speaking too science-y and then speaking for the layperson. And in your platform, in your role as Miss Universe Bahamas, this is what you get to do, and you get to bring it to people in a way that they can digest it, understand it, and continue to bring awareness about it. So I've never been to a Miss Universe pageant. Tony, tell me what it's like on the ground. What's happening during the event, and just how does it run?
Well, this is the first time I've had to explain it in an interview, but I mean, the long and the short of it is once we arrive at the host country, which is this year in El Salvador, Latin America, Melissa and I arrived there together, but we are separated because they have an official chaperone, they have the delegates shuttle, and so she's whisked away, and I have to go somewhere else, like all of the other directors from other countries. She's taken to the hotel, she's briefed, and then they put her to registration, because her name has to go down. She has to sign off that she's the official delegate for the Bahamas. And after that, they go through their process of orientation, fitting, and all of that. Lots of rehearsals, activities to promote the culture of the city that they're in. Lots of rehearsals. They have a gala this year. But apart from that, there's a lot of promotions citywide. And of course, a lot of interviews at different media stations and interviews, to speak to the delegates about, their country and what they're representing as far as their platform and initiatives.
It sounds like a really action-packed week. I hope you've got your energy ready to go, to keep it going. Just pretend like you're rushing down Bain. This lap 2 when you're approaching Rawson, right? You get all that energy. What are you most looking forward to for the competition?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I would say what I'm looking forward to is You know, just really going on stage and doing a great job. I've been working on my walk.
She's been doing a fantastic job with her walk.
Awesome.
From a contestant level when she started off, she always had an okay walk, but she has really put a lot of time into that.
Real good, right?
Yeah.
So you're ready to get on stage, ready to perform, and of course ready to meet other contestants and build those lifelong relationships.
Definitely.
Such a wonderful experience. How do we follow along the action and keep in touch with what's going on?
So you can find me on Instagram, Melissa Ingraham _. And then if you find the Miss Bahamas Queen page on Instagram as well, you can actually find the voting link in both of those bios. And then on Facebook, you can follow the pageant at Miss Bahamas Pageant.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And don't forget to download that app so we could vote. Save your money, buy your votes, right? We'll leave it
And
there.
all the best ways.
Yeah. And so thank you again for being here this morning with us at Bahamas at Sunrise. We wish you all the best. We'll be rooting for you across the waters. You'll hear the cowbells from across the sea. And good luck and best of luck to you. And great job on bringing her this in and bringing her this far and bringing home the crown from El Salvador. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Focal Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Focal is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Focal's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Focal.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh?
By the way, it's not newer. It's NUA. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
One thing, two things, new thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Well, it's been another great show here on Bahamas at Sunrise. Another fantastic Friday, as Mark would say. We got to have some great conversations about what people are doing to make the community safer, more holistic, and then happier around the holiday season.
Yeah, because we all want to be happy. That's everybody's goal in life, to be happy and content, to feel safe and to feel loved, and to help out your fellow brother and sister along the way. Speaking of helping out, you saw that clip with Miss Universe. Don't forget to download the app. We got to vote for Miss Bahamas to get in there. You download the app, you get the first vote free, you get 3 votes for $1, and for the big ballers, you could get 1,000 votes for $1.99. That's the deal, man. Let's go. Y'all put in together. Let's pool in. Let's make sure that she brings the crowd. She brings home the crowd back to the Bahamas. And don't forget, Dab, Sunday, you got to turn your clock. Which direction?
Back.
Yeah?
Yes.
Spring forward,
backwards.
fall back.
Yes.
So we got an extra hour.
Which I will need because I'm going to the Red Ribbon Ball this weekend.
Ooh, Red Ribbon. Boy, tickets sold out. So I just can dress up and stand up at the door.
Naturally.
Yeah. No, I can do that. Y'all have a good weekend, and don't forget to turn your clocks back Sunday. Actually, only if you're an analog person, you turn in stuff back. All of your digital devices should switch over automatically. We'll see how much you are in the future and the 21st century if you got to turn back all your clocks. Have a great weekend.
Absolutely. Stay safe.
See you at the ball.
See you Monday.
All right.